In this video, we're looking at invariant lines. So let's just define carefully what an invariant line is. So a line is invariant not if all the points on it stay exactly where they are, but simply if all of the points on a particular line are still on the line once you apply the matrix. And suppose we had a line like this. So if we apply a matrix to this, and the line still looks like this, then it's an invariant line. So that does not mean that every point stays where it is. It could, for example, be that the line is reflected so that this point is now over here and this point is now over here. Or it could have been stretched so that this point is now up here and this point is down here. There are all sorts of transformations we could apply that actually do move the points to different points along the line, but crucially, any point that was on the line is still on the line, and any point that was not on the line is still not on the line. So what we can say then is that an invariant line is one where if your point was on the line before, it's still on the line. In practice, what does that look like? So here's a matrix. How do we find the equation of the invariant line or lines under M? So let's just say that the invariant line has the equation y equals mx plus c. So what does that mean? It means that if we ever have an x value, say x, the y value will be mx plus c. So let's see where that point gets mapped to. So the new x value is 3x plus 2mx plus 2c. That's the new x value. The new y value is 5x plus 6mx plus 6c. Okay, now we don't need this new x value, 3x plus 2mx plus 2c, to be the same as x. We just need the relationship between the new x value and the new y value to be the same as it was to begin with. That means that our new y value, 5x plus 6mx plus 6c, must be m times the x value plus c. That is m multiplied by the x value plus c. So let's just conceptually get our heads around what that's actually saying. It's saying that when you apply the matrix to a random point on the line, x, mx plus c, to get these new coordinates, that the relationship between the new x value and the new y value must be consistent with this line. If it's on this line, then the y value is m times the x value plus c. That is, the y value is m times the x value plus c. Okay, now algebraically, this looks pretty intense. Let's just expand this out and think about a good way of solving. So I get 3mx plus 2m squared x plus 2mc plus c. Okay, how do we solve this? Well, let's recognize that we want this to be identical. Okay, we want this to be true for all x values, because any point to take on the line should still be on the line. And when we've got an identity, we can use comparing coefficients. So if we look at the coefficient of x on the right, we've got 5 and we've got 6m. And if we look at the coefficient of x on the left, we've got 3m, 2m squared, and that's it. So the coefficient of x on the left, 5 plus 6m, must equal the coefficient of x on the right, 3m plus 2m squared. Well, this doesn't look too bad, it just looks like a quadratic. So let me solve this. 0 should be 2m squared minus 3m minus 5. Solving this, we get m equals 5 over 2, or m equals minus 1. Okay, so that's the coefficients of x done, let's do the coefficient, the constant. So the constant over here is 6c, and here it's 2mc and c. So that means that 6c should equal 2mc plus c. Resist the urge to divide through by c, because we'll lose a solution if you do that. But what we could do is get everything over onto one side, and we get 2mc minus 5c. Okay, I can factorise out c, and I get 2m minus 5. So this gives solutions of c equals 0 or m equals 5 over 2. So now we've got the delicate logical task of thinking, how do we have this being true and this being true? Well, if m is 5 over 2, then both of these are met, and c can be anything. So one possible invariant line is y equals 5 over 2x plus anything, right? C can be anything as long as m is 5 over 2, because if m is 5 over 2, this one's true and this one's true. If, on the other hand, m was minus 1, well then c would have to be 0. So another line is y equals minus x plus 0. So these are the two invariant lines, or really it's infinite invariant lines, but it's two families. It's this one here, well there's just one member of that family, y equals minus x, or y equals 5 over 2x plus anything. So that's pretty cool there. What we have is that any point that was on this line is still on this line, and any point on this line is still on this line. Okay, let's take a little pause, and in the next video we're going to look at a few more invariant line problems. See you there.